Well, some of us are used to using journals and scrapbooks, but have you ever heard of a fraktur and its importance to a family's history?
The Miller family fraktur from our archival collection. It's one of many genealogical materials we have here, but it's an illustrated family register. So it lists marriages, births, deaths, kind of any significant event in this Miller family. It was commissioned by John Miller and his wife Ruth Miller to commemorate their family. They had 10 children. He was born sometime in the mid-18th century in Virginia, but he moved with his family to Nelson County. So they're Kentuckians. It's a Kentucky artifact. And the fraktur tradition, it's a type of folk art that was popular with the Pennsylvania Dutch, but also a small community of German immigrants who lived in Virginia, which is where the Miller family moved from. And it's meant to illustrate these kind of documents with lots of birds and butterflies and penwork. The word fraktur comes from a German word meaning broken because it's made with a type of calligraphy that needs lots of pen strokes as opposed to kind of a more fluid style. And if you can see, the lettering is very complex and very beautiful. And it was made probably with great expense. But there's lots of examples of these throughout the country, but we are really lucky to have an example here in our collection. The fraktur tradition, it's popular in the United States from about 1740 to 1860, and this one was probably commissioned around 1801, so right around the time that the family was preparing to move to Kentucky. And it is highly valuable. We value it here. We keep it very safe because they're very unique, but to the family it was very special as well because of the extensive illustration. A lot of time-consuming hand work was put into making this thing. So they probably would have kept it very safe alongside the family Bible. And family Bibles are actually another place where the kind of information in this fraktur would have been kept. So we have a lot of family registers written in Bibles as well. The fraktur, to me, it emphasizes how important family history is to people. So to remember people who've come before, to remember the events of a family, you can just see how much this family valued their history. They had a child actually pass away very young, and he has his very own illustration in the book. So you can see that they're using this artistic style to remember their family members. And today we see a lot of Kentuckians still care about their family history. They come to our research library to find out more about their families. We have our Kentucky Ancestors TV show. So family history is still really important to Kentuckians, and you can see that through this artifact.
To learn more, visit us online at history.ky.gov. From the Kentucky History Center and Museums in downtown Frankfurt, I'm Doug High.